Hey, what's good, y'all? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Today we just gonna talk about reinventing yourself, embracing the loneliness of the situation that you're in, or your mental, your emotional, and whatnot, and reinventing that whole process, reinventing that whole thing. Like nowadays, somebody will see what you're going through. They'll be the one putting you through it. They'll be seeing you cry, seeing you go through your emotions, seeing you hurt, and not care to stop it. And we'll hold on tighter, wishing for the best, wishing for them to get it, to grasp it, to hold on to something bigger and better than themselves, but they never get it. So then in return, we create this type of dynamic, this shell, into where we feel obligated to protect them. We feel obligated to mold them, obligated to hide them and heal them from the world when they're hurting and destroying us in the process. There should never be a situation where you should be in a relationship or dealing with somebody that has put you through these things and see that you have to experience this type of heartache, experience this type of misunderstanding. This is what I feel. Per se, they'll continuously put you through it. Honestly, you gotta leave them by the wayside. You gotta let them go through what they go through. You gotta let karma get them. You gotta let that thing happen for them. It can't be for you. You have to understand that. But the next thing you gotta ask yourself is, why are you in a situation? Why are you dating someone that's putting you through this, or why are you dealing with someone that's putting you through this, and you're staying? Most people don't realize that they're staying out of loneliness. Most people don't understand that the loneliness has, created a type of space in their mind, making them feel like, from them being lonely, they won't have anything else better. There won't be much more to look on to. Life is tough. Things is hard. But that's the process, man. If every time something gets hard, you gotta find somebody and run to somebody and do something with somebody, that can't be life. That can't be it. So you gotta really ask yourself, like, what are you doing? What are you understanding about yourself? What do you deserve? Who are you? And what do you need from yourself? You gotta embrace the loneliness. You gotta embrace it. And the most times that you most definitely figure out who you are is those times that you by yourself. It's those times that you hurt. All those times that you go through stuff. You don't really realize who a person is when they have everything. You realize who a person is when they have nothing. You got to stop leaning on other people for your support, for your self-worth, for your insecurities, for your validations. This has to be something that you have to go through yourself. And I hope that you're not watching this too late, because it can kill you. You can lose a lot. You could lose a whole sense of purpose, a whole sense of life. You could go through 10 years not knowing that you ain't have nothing to live forward to. Because you've been so keen on leaning on this person for a relationship, or trying to live off of this ideology in a relationship. Everybody want a relationship goals, and everybody want this, and whatever. Think about it is worry about you. If you ever been in a situation where you deal with somebody and you know that they know that you're hurting because of them and their actions, and you stayed, that could be a sense of loneliness. But you gotta ask yourself, have you ever reinvented yourself? You have to take your time, really look at yourself in the mirror, and study. Like, really look at yourself and be like, what do I deserve? What do I want? Who am I? If these are not the questions that you're asking yourself, and these are not the things that you're sticking with, you could be setting yourself up for failure. You could be setting yourself up for those guys or those girls that are just looking for somebody good to take advantage of. And you don't want to do that. Really, really think, like, this loneliness that I go through, this loneliness that I'm experiencing, what's the point of it? What's the big ordeal of it? And the thing about it is that the truth hurts. Truth hurts. Most of 9 times out of 10, people do hurt us. But also almost like 8 to 7 times out of 10, we're the ones bringing it upon ourselves. We see the red flags. We see the things that we should be like, nah, no problems. But we stick around. Ask yourself why. I've done it. In the sense of, I feel like, I'm an attractive dude. I can have any girl I want. Okay, copy. I stuck around in situations that I should have been clipped, that I should have been left. And maybe because I was, a hopeless romantic, maybe a hopeless cause, I wanted to do something better, add to somebody's life and then grow with them. And sometimes people just didn't get it. Living their life and just being the whole moment of potential and the whole moment of possibility just wasn't fun. After a while, potential just dies out. You have potential for 10 years, yo. Your potential's gonna die out. You know, if you have a potential relationship and you're gonna potentially get married and he doesn't ask you to marry you in 8 to 10 years or whatever, leave. You know what I mean? There's so much that we are subjected to and that we stick around for that we don't deserve to stick around for, but we do it because that's what we think we deserve. You know, you gotta really reinvent yourself. You know, some people just simply don't care about you. Some people just can't care about you. Those ones that's hurting you and not giving you what you want or not helping you understand what you need and being there for you, they just simply can't help you because they don't know what they need for themselves. And in the cycle of them not knowing what they need for themselves and you trying to be there for them, you'll then in return be exactly what they were, and then the next person that try to come along and love you, you'll become that, and it'll be a never-ending cycle. So break the cycle for you. You know what I mean? You know, just think about the bigger picture, the people that's gonna be around you, your family members, your loved ones, you know, your kids and all that. You got to think about, okay, copy. How can I be better? No matter what age bracket you are, you know, you could be 15 listening to this, you could be 35 listening to this. It's okay to be lonely. You know, this is the best times to find yourself. Be creative, be understanding, you know, grow, you know. Make your mistakes and be okay with them, you know, rather than listen to somebody else be like, ooh, girl, I did that and it did not work for me. So I was like, nah, you go through it yourself. You experience it yourself. But because who's to tell you that it just don't work for you? You know, who's to tell you, like, you know, things can't be better, that things can't be more? You know, this is the things that I think of, you know. People will continue to do the same things, same shit, same person, and expect you to be like, I'm gonna hold on tight to this. People expect you to stay around and put yourself through a hardship that you don't even deserve. But the thing about it is that we have to know better. So what I'm telling you right now is the loneliness that you experience, the thinking that you can't survive in life, and thinking that you don't deserve better, thinking that, you know, your life just sucks and things of that nature. Take this time to yourself. You know, stop telling yourself, oh, you know, I'm gonna work on myself, and then finding yourself in a relationship 3 months later, 2 months later. Stop doing that. You can't really find out who you are until you really are alone. I thought I knew who I was. I thought I knew everything, but long and behold, I didn't. You know, and I had a rude awakening plenty of times. I was hard-headed plenty of times. I decided to try to stick around plenty of times, and it just came around to bite me in my behind. But the biggest thing I can say is that when I did find out who I was, when I found out who I wanted to be, and when I found it out when I needed to be for myself in a futuristic, you know, aspect, there were certain things I didn't tolerate. Certain people I didn't tolerate. Certain crowds I don't even find myself around no more. You can't be out here talking about you want to be a millionaire, you want to have a good job, you want to graduate, you want to do all these things, and none of the people you hang out with is like that. You can't be out here talking about you want to get money and you know, save for thousands, stuff like that, and not have a legitimate way of doing it. We all talk so optimistically about what we want in life and what we're going to do in life and stuff like that, and we don't do it. We don't put ourselves in a predicament to do that. You can't say you want to get in shape and you want to look good and you want to have this somebody ready and you still eating Big Macs and Burger King and Chick-fil-A or, you know, them Popeye sandwiches. You can't be talking that type of lifestyle and you're not even ready for that. You can't. But when you gonna realize that, when you gonna be true to yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, you know what, I'm wildin'. You know what, this is the life for me. You know what, this is hard. This is when. We can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. I can't even do it for me. You know what I mean? I have to look at myself in the mirror and be like, every day I do it all the time. Matt, what we doing? What are we doing? How are you progressing towards your craft? Are you giving somebody too much energy that they deserve, or are you giving somebody too much energy that you need to put towards yourself? It might seem selfish. It might seem ungrateful. It might even seem condescending and narcissistic. But who's gonna pick you over you? Stop having people put you as an option. Make them put you as a priority. You're worth it. I'm worth it. We all are. But you gotta embrace that loneliness. Because you being lonely ain't that bad. It's not. But you stand in a situation that you know isn't better for you, you know that isn't good for you, hurting yourself, then having to reinvent yourself, just to make sure that people don't see your scars. That's a little different type of pain. It's a different type of understanding. I hope you guys know. It's a bigger picture to this all. Embrace your loneliness, reinvent yourself, and boss up. Because nowadays a lot of people don't care. Alright? Hope you guys have a blessed one. I'll be dropping another video today. Hope you stay tuned. It's your boy Royalty. Over and out.